welcome to episode 18 of the Outta Bounds podcast. As you can see, your boys are back in full effect after 2 long weeks. We're finally back. Just in time for the NFL season.
Exclamation mark on long. That's all I have to say. Just exclamation mark on.
I mean, we already started season 2 right now, so might as well.
Basically, this is welcome to season 2 of the Outta Bounds podcast.
We're doing seasons. We better get picked up by HBO Sports.
Right.
We're doing season 2. Like, pick us up. You know what I'm saying?
Pick us up on HBO Max. That's all. But I'll go by name if you're new, I'll go by name of Liddell the Fashionista, manager editor here at Trivia Culture Magazine. And if you are a loyal subscriber, then first of all, thank you for rocking out with your boys. We're sorry that we weren't able to provide you any content for the past 2 weeks, but life happens, but we're back. We're back in full effect in time for the NFL season. In time to talk about these NBA moves. It hasn't been that much movement in the NBA, but there's been some stuff that's been happening in the NBA over the past couple of weeks. So we're gonna let our resident. What you got? What you got? Chris, what you got, Chris Massad?
Yo, let me tell you right now. Brittney Renner signed a $2.5 million 18-year max deal from PJ Washington.
Yo.
You didn't have to do it like that.
Brittney Renner signed a max contract for 18 years. The biggest in NBA history. 40 mil over 18 years.
I know, shout out to Kenny, shout out to our host Kenny Sanchez. But I feel like this is a topic that needs to be discussed later on this week during Tuck Talk because the way these women are trapping these NBA.
I don't even feel bad for them. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. There's no way you took this girl to dinner. There's no way you talked to her, even if you didn't. There's no way you didn't go on her IG. You took her out multiple times and you talked to her. And you were like, maybe this is the woman of my child.
Exactly.
Did you I don't know. For me, I don't feel bad because there's no way you actually had.
And I'm pretty sure that girls have been passed around. It's like these girls that these NBA stars hook up with. They've been passed around the same social circle. So
I mean, but it's just you don't do if you just go on her IG, you can tell just who she is, and it's just
yeah.
I don't know. So I mean, my thing is it's funny, but PJ Washington, he's in a bind, and that's what happened. For me, it looks like that's what happens when you don't have a good circle around you. Because for me and my homies, if my homies do research, so if I'm talking to a girl, I'm dating a girl, and they're like, "Yo, fam, I know she's been with woo and and they'll let me know.
It's supposed to be.
Nah,
hard facts.
But even your his sisters haven't said yo, my cousin's sisters coming to fight somebody. There's no way his family is just yo, that's fine. I don't know. But PJ Washington, bless up. You out there, you signed an 18-year max deal, man.
Trade option, it seems like.
No trade option. That is every year.
That shit is guaranteed. That's a
guaranteed. That's all guaranteed, buddy. That's not. Hey, that's all. The 18 years guaranteed for sure. But PJ Washington, man, I stay up. But I mean, again, how have you hung around her? You just were this works for me. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But PJ Washington, have fun because she talking about she having stepdaddies. And she with people.
Where I saw that IG she posted. Yo,
man, I was just yo, there's no way he's seeing this. But he's getting clowned. There's no way he's in the locker room and he's just chilling. There's no way he's coming into practice and no one's saying nothing. There's no way he comes in for training camp, goes to the locker room, and not one of his teammates are yo, fam, what are you on? Your girl, why?
Intervention.
I mean, and you know what? Yo. And I can't even be all right, young kid, man. She is older than him, but we have internet.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way you should be falling for this shit in 2021.
Yo, he just got caught lacking bad. That's the only. It's not even called lacking. You just kind of, I guess, too naive. I don't even call him naive.
It's just stupid as fuck. That's what it is. That's all it is.
It's either that or he thought that he could be the one that kind of I guess get the best out of it.
That Clark Kent syndrome.
But again, it depends on the woman. Because again, if you went to her, if you just glance at her IG, you can tell that's her only personality trait. That's her thing. It's like,
I
so
like
it's
how
like,
you put that. Like
that's her thing. Like, that's her personality trait. So it's like, why would you even think, oh, I can change her when that's literally her whole, I wouldn't say brand, but her whole persona is being that an NBA girlfriend or an NBA wife or an NBA baby. Like, that's her persona. That's her IG persona. She does videos talking about girls like, yeah, go get. So like, if that's who you know you're messing with, why do you? If that's what makes her money, why do you think you're gonna be the one to change that? Like, why do you think in your head, I'm a pretty decent NBA player. I can change her life. Like, bro, she was already getting money before him, so it's like I don't know. I don't know why you thought he was, like he said, Clark Kent syndrome. Like, I don't know what you thought you could, but there be strippers in Atlanta. Like, there's some that like are wholesome. So it's like, again, it depends on the woman. So
if she's stripping in Atlanta, she ain't wholesome. I'll tell you that.
Check. Listen. I'm not gonna name.
Somebody got to pay them student loans.
I'm not gonna name colleges. I'm not gonna name names, but there's definitely some college girls at Blue Flame, Magic City, getting the bag to pay for student loans. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Yo, get your bag. If women can profit off men being down bad, get your bag. I got no problem with that. So it's like, yo, if she making $30K and paying off student loans,
I mean, I have no problem with that either. Just down the line, don't try to become the victim.
For sure,
I understand. I mean, I guess victim in what way? I would ask, like, what do you mean by victim?
I think because I'm talking about the OnlyFans situation that happened.
That's a jump. We're going from
that's a topic. That's a topic of talk. Like, would you date someone with an OnlyFans?
If I was the director, yeah.
Nah, I gotta be in it. I can't be no. Wait, nah.
He said I gotta get a credit.
He's talking about directed. No, bro. I can't just be behind the camera.
Wait, hold on, David. You said,
exactly. What? This man said I'm a directed. Like, wait, hold on, rewind.
Like, am I not inspired?
Hold on. Talk about everything because we really.
That was a flagrant one.
Yeah, that's definitely a flagrant one. We definitely jumped the gun, get into it. But Diamond, introduce yourselves to the people, man. Let them know who you know.
Me, Donnie. You're Philly native, as it be.
Unfortunately, a Philly native.
Come on, we just whooped the Falcons' ass. Oh,
it's the
Falcons fan, so don't look.
It's the Falcons. Come on.
He's a Jets fan, which is even worse. But
I definitely said Chargers, but okay.
He said
Chargers. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you. I definitely said the Chargers.
But he was rooting for Zach
Wilson. I was a Jets fan, and then Adam Gase ruined it for me, and then I'll root for the Chargers. That's just Adam Gase just ruined it for me, and I just.
All right. So yes, the man in the middle. That's our guy, Donovan. Donovan. Do not call me Donovan. Donnie Wilkins. Last but certainly not least, on the far right, you have my guy, our youngin, Mr. Third Eye, Mr. Kyrie Irving, Mr. AKA Euro Step to Your Girl.
I got a new AKA because I just got better. AKA MJ Flu Game. I flu game. You know what I'm saying? You got the flu game.
No. It ain't that unless you perform, unless you have it. Nah.
You had a flu game light performance.
Nah, you fall piss. You know what I'm saying? The fucking wheelchair shit when you don't need it. That's what you are. Fall piss.
Nah. Flu game. No, I'm kidding. Nah. But nah, man, what up, though?
I'm digging the background aesthetic though that you got going on. No,
it's not. What back? It's just a wall.
No, it looks like you're doing a Spike Lee documentary.
Word. Look like he's a confessional or something.
Right, yeah.
Nah, man. My hobby photography is videography and like shit. So like it gonna look nice. If it's from a Mac, it's a Mac. But
this nigga look like he in 4K.
Yeah,
oh, geez.
My man went from 240p to 4K. He's like, fuck 720, fuck 1080. I'm going straight to 4K.
Listen, we back. Like I said, we back on road. So we gotta go. We gotta do everything big. So
yeah. Speaking of back, football season is back. It kicked off yesterday. Great slate of games. Even tonight, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we normally record on Mondays and post on Tuesdays. So this episode has been recorded before tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. My Ravens, we got so many players on IR before. I hope. Like, fuck, we got Marcus Peters got a torn ACL. J.K. Dobbins got a torn ACL. Justice Hill got a torn ACL. Gus Edwards got a torn ACL. Jimmy Smith ain't playing.
Well, never mind about the
our rookie Rashad Bateman is hurt. Miles Boykin.
Y'all eating in Baltimore?
Nothing. That's nothing.
Eating cheesesteaks, I guess. Cheese, they got the fucked up.
Hey, we can't get off Philly. We can't get off Philly because they beat the Falcons, so I can't. I can't even.
All right. So before we go into the best and worst from Week 1, what are you guys' predictions for tonight's Ravens Raiders game?
After that, just injury report. I don't really know.
Gotta go down the depth chart and see who is playing.
Exactly
on the Black Adam Schefter.
At this point, you're just so tonight. But no, I think Vegas. I forgot the Raiders existed, honestly, but that's no dig to Las Vegas. But Derek Carr, I know the receiving core is decent. I know the running back is decent. I feel like, like you said, with the injuries, the Raiders have a game. Definitely, if they want to win it, they could. But I think it just again, Raiders. The Raiders is a team where, like, if they want to win, they can. Like, they have the ability to, but it's just like, do they want to? I think that's kind of what it comes down to. So, but Baltimore definitely has a lot of injuries given, again, like 8-10 dudes out tonight.
It's crazy, bro.
With the same injury.
Preseason game,
So
that's what makes no sense. It's like the same injury as that. It's like, bro, it's like playing Madden or some shit with the team, and then everybody getting the same injury. You just think that, this is a glitch. This is a glitch.
Not even a glitch.
This is real life.
They don't want to see us win. Like, yo, we all get the same injury. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Like, that
shit is impossible. Like, what are the odds of that happening? And then the case on
torn Achilles, I was like, the same person? Oh, this is different people.
Yeah.
And then the case of Gus Edwards and Marcus Peters, their last practice that it happened on back-to-back plays.
Yeah, and practice.
I know their coach was hot. He was like, bro, what?
Somebody ain't doing strength and conditioning.
The trainers and nutritionists getting fired. Like, the nutritionists and the trainers are getting fired. How do you have that people with the same injury? Like,
bro, if this was Madden franchise mode, I'll delete my file and start all over.
Yeah, that's the shit you got to start over.
No, I'm quitting. I'm going to be a free agent.
Or turn the injuries off or some shit like
like, y'all wild. They definitely wild with that. Bro.
All right, so what's your prediction for tonight? No, Ravens Raiders. What's the final score?
Damn, that's a lot. I'll say Raiders. Going to take it. But it's going to be close. I'll say 24. I'll say 24-21. I say the Raiders take it. I think it's going to be close.
Okay. Donovan, where you at with it?
I honestly think it could go either way. I honestly could care less about both these teams. I'm just going to say.
Biased. You have to be subjective, guys. Come on.
Because Ravens still has Lamar Jackson. I'm going to give it Ravens 7-17.
Wait, what?
7-17.
Who's scoring 7?
The Raiders.
He said Ravens. All he said was Ravens 7-17.
Nigga said 7-17. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, Ravens, 17-7. That means they win.
No.
But you said
maybe I said it wrong.
He said Ravens 7-17. So to
me,
I'm like, so the Raiders won.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh yeah. Now we
2 weeks off.
This is almost as bad when you said I want Ben Simmons to be a more bust.
You don't have an excuse. Don't even use that. I was sick. You were okay. You're like this. So
no, I wasn't. All right.
Nah, he really wasn't. We said that for another time. But in regards to like, goddamn, like, what is this? 2004, 17-7? What score is that?
I just honestly don't think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I'm gonna say Ravens 27, Raiders 17. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I think either we giving the Raiders too much praise, or the Baltimore Ravens not enough.
No, the Raiders are pretty. The Raiders are pretty decent.
I mean, again, they have a decent squad.
It would not
again,
shock me. It would not shock you if they win.
It
But
just comes
I
down
think
to
it's just
if
a
they want
toss
to.
up between the two.
That's
I think the Raiders can
disrespectful
win.
to Baltimore. That's disrespectful. It's a toss-up.
Why?
That's disrespectful.
Why is it?
They're missing half their stars.
We still got Lamar Jackson.
So you
We
have
still
Lamar
got.
Jackson.
We still got Marlon Humphrey, who's one of the best corners in the game. We still got Calais Campbell, who had 36.
Yeah, that's why I gave you guys the
So
win.
your offense
still-
only. What's the
still one of the
quarterback
best
with no
edge rushers.
receivers? What's the quarterback with no receivers?
We got Hollywood Brown. We got Sammy Watkins. We got a Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews. We got Devin Duvernay. We got James Prochet.
I just
still
hope your
got
defense
weapons.
is straight. I just hope your defense straight.
Defense is always straight. It's the offense that's the problem.
All right, we
gotta see
gonna
what our
see.
running backs gonna do. I don't know. I know we signed Le'Veon Bell. He's supposed to be on the practice squad. I don't know if he's on the active roster or not, but I hope we can run the ball.
How far he has fell.
Bro, he used to be. Oh man. Anyway,
he should have took the bag from Pittsburgh.
like, bro,
wanted to call himself so-called a star, and now he's forgettable.
No, he was a star. Just he should just took the bag from Pittsburgh. I don't know why he didn't take the bag.
I don't know. I think it's like politics, and I don't know. People get divas. That's the thing about sports. When you become a professional athlete, when you get a certain amount of money, you feel like you can say and do like somewhat whatever,
and then you don't have to play.
You don't have that power. Like we said like a couple episodes ago, like Kawhi, it's wearing pretty thin. Like for me at least, it's just like Kawhi's wearing really thin. Like yeah, like you're a great player. Yeah, you've made a lot of money, but you still have.
You're coming up
like,
on that. What have you done for us lately?
Basically, so it's Le'Veon Bell. He did his thing. He wanted to do it his way, and now he's on a practice squad. So it's like, there you go. Like you can't blame anybody but yourself to get on a practice squad. So
yeah, I mean, but at that point, do you just retire? I mean,
you
go from an all-star running back to it.
No, I mean if he downsized, which I don't think he did. I mean, practice squad they still get a check.
Was it? Oh shit! Damn, bro, fucking almost combed my dread.
This man doing beauty shop. Beauty shop live. Dude, I almost combed my dread, bro. Like my dread almost came off. But no.
All right, so
he did his thing, and now he's a dud. So.
All right, so I gotta fix this shit. All right, so what was the best y'all saw from week 1 in the NFL yesterday?
Kyler Murray. For me, at least, Kyler Murray.
I would say rookies. Overall, rookies.
Let me guess, Devontae Smith.
I wasn't going to say him, but
yeah, I mean, if you're talking about it, I might as well.
Nah, but we're gonna get to you down with Devontae and Jalen Hurts and all them boys because you was hyping them up in the chat. It's the Atlanta Falcons, and we all know they trash. But it's cool. Okay. It's cool. But yeah, Kyler Murray, he balled out against the Titans. Yes, yeah, he really did.
Kyler Murray was a quarterback. When he went during that draft year when he got drafted, I remember I said like, yeah, he's probably gonna be the best one in the draft, in my opinion. And like the long run of like a career wise, and everyone was like, no, like what are you talking about? I think Kyler Murray again, he reminds me of Russell Westbrook, but I think he's at this point he's Kyler Murray because he's making throws that Russell Wilson I don't think has done in a minute like that. He threw it off his back foot and like turned his body and like threw it like 50 yards and like
that's a hard throw.
It was a hard throw to even Patrick Mahomes would be like that's kind of a hard throw to make. So I mean, Kyler Murray's doing his thing. He had like 5 touchdown passes and like over like.
No, I think he had four passes and 1 rushing.
Yeah, 4 passes, 1 rush, and he threw for like high 200 yards or 300 yards passing or something like that. Completion rate was good. I'm
gonna look up his stats right now.
But yeah, his completion rate was good. And I mean, he had a good game, and I think this is his season. I mean, when you have DeAndre Hopkins and you have a really good receiving core, like duh.
they should make the playoffs.
They should have made the playoffs. In my opinion, they should have did better last season than they did.
Yeah, I was disappointed in Derrick Henry. I know he wasn't a rookie, but I had that man on my fantasy team. And I chose the second pick overall.
You play fantasy football?
See, real niggas play Madden.
Facts. Yeah, he threw for 280. Oh, you was right. He threw for 289, 4 touchdowns, and he ran one. So 4 passing and 1. Yes. But
he said, yeah. Okay, nigga. All right, you did it. All right.
Nah, it wasn't like that.
But you understand football? Who?
But Donovan, I could have told you not to draft Derrick Henry, bro. Like, do you know the history of the league? After you rush for 2,000 yards, that's it.
See, it was either between Christian McCaffrey or take this safe bet and
I'd take
draft Derrick Henry.
Christian McCaffrey was the safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was second pick.
Because the thing was with McCaffrey, he can run the ball, but he's also gonna give you some receiving yards out of the backfield as well. Derrick Henry, he's just a north-south.
I thought his production was going to shrink anyway with AJ Brown and Julio Jones.
And yet you still took him second overall.
Are you not going to take him?
Who went first?
Christian McCaffrey.
So you just not take Patrick. So you did not take Patrick Mahomes?
You never draft the quarterback in the first round.
Why not?
Why not?
They have the ball in their hand the most. They have the ball in their hand the most.
No, the runners are.
Okay, who would have gave you more fantasy points? Yesterday, Mahomes or Derrick Henry?
I did draft Mahomes.
So
he gave me 33.7 and under 50 yards for Derrick Henry.
Okay, so why not take he ain't played. Why not take Alvin Kamara?
I didn't think about that.
Oh, come on. See,
why he fell to the wayside?
Because the thing is, I think everyone's like, "Oh, Derrick Henry," because he had
a really good. I was just on it.
Season. Yeah. For me, I'm like, okay, you pick Derrick Henry. You still got Alvin Kamara. You still got.
You could have took Dalvin Cook. You could have took Nick Chubb.
Jesus, bro. I forgot.
Looking at the rankings after me, I was
Melvin. You could have took Melvin Gordon.
Melvin, he still is.
Miles Sanders probably would have been better than Derrick Henry.
I wouldn't go that far. That's stretching it.
That's you doing too much now. But yeah, you got better option. Christian McCaffrey, like we said.
Now I'm not saying like logically Derrick Henry. That's a good pick, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just.
But history shows. Well, I'm a little bit older than you guys here, so I kind of know this a bit better. But after a running back hits that 2,000 yard mark, their career starts to teeter off. It happened with Jamal Lewis when he was with the Ravens. He ran for 2,000 yards. The following year, he only got barely 1,000. Chris Johnson, another former Titans running back, got 2,000 yards. Next season, 1,200, 1,300 yards.
Yeah,
and he never even crossed. He never even crossed 1,500 after that. So after a while, and plus the way they give this man the ball 300 plus times a year, the body breaks down. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. He's not the same running back. Todd Gurley, my guy, when he's on the Rams, he's out the league right now.
Saquon Barkley, I didn't even think of. Now that name just came to mind.
He's injury prone, and he didn't have a good game anyway. So it's all good.
I think Saquon Barkley got cleared for week 1. I would.
He played. He played. He ain't played good though. He was under 3 yards per carry. But that could go to the worst. That could go to the worst.
So would that be considered the worst of week 1?
I want to say.
He's coming off an injury though, like a year-ending injury.
For me, that's not the worst of week 1. For me, the worst of week 1 is Urban Meyer's coaching of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They were trolling this man on Twitter.
No, I mean he has a point because the thing is, all this hype that surrounded. I mean, I don't think it's Trevor Lawrence's fault. I just think it's more so coaching.
Trevor threw 3 interceptions, right?
He threw the ball 51 times in his first start. Why would you do that with a rookie quarterback?
Wait. He threw it 51.
51 times.
Yeah.
So the running
That's
game
Madden
is
stats.
Why would you do that when you have a Pro Bowl running back in James Robinson?
So the running game must be that trash. If he's like,
it's not trash. That's the thing. It's not trash. They have a great running game. They just did not run the ball.
It's not college. That's all I gotta say. It's not college.
That's like if you're trying to level up your fucking quarterback fast as fuck.
I don't even throw that much in Madden. I don't even do 51.
But that's the shit you do if you stat padding.
Dog, I've played
exactly.
I've never threw 51. Jesus.
My man Trevor Lawrence was 28 for 51, threw for 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks.
No, run that back. He was 28 for 51.
Yep. 332 yards.
This man out.
332. Nah, you ain't gonna pull the first overall pick. Nah, that won't be good for his confidence. They made their bet. They gotta stick with it. 332 yards, 3 TDs, 3 picks, 70.1 QBR. The running game, they ran the ball in total with their running backs. By the way, this is not including a gadget running play and a kneel down. They ran the ball 14 times.
Throughout the entire game, 14 times is how much.
Between their two running backs, Carlos Hyde and James Robinson, 14 times. They ran all together. If you count like the gadget run play and the Trevor Lawrence kneel down, they ran the ball 16 times. So they threw it 51 times, ran it 16.
You gotta take him out.
Not even take him.
No,
out.
I mean, Urban Meyer. You gotta
give it. Like my thing is, Trevor Lawrence still threw for 300 yards, but when you first said 28 for 51, I was like, wait, that stat alone for me was just like, 51. I mean, if you throw 51 passes, you should get 300 yards. If you don't, that's a problem. You threw for 51 times and you didn't get 300 yards is an issue. But yeah, that's wow.
That's poor coaching.
Yeah, that's not even Trevor Lawrence's fault.
And I know some people like some of our viewers might be like, oh, like come on, how could you not give it to the Green Bay Packers? Aaron Rodgers played bad yesterday. I personally believe that Aaron Rodgers checked out. That man does not want to be in.
This is final season.
He didn't want to be there. He does not want to be there. He like.
I mean, that Packers team, they did not ever show up. They did not ever show up.
I just don't know why people were surprised that like he kind of gives lackluster effort. Because again, imagine being stuck at a job you don't want to be at, but you're forced
how much
to
is he getting paid for this last season again?
It doesn't matter. I mean, if I don't want to be there, I don't want to be there. It doesn't matter how much I'm getting paid.
I mean, he deserved his pay. Like the man was.
Oh yeah, he's definitely earned how much he's getting paid. It's just, I mean, I feel like with sports teams, I feel like if a player definitely does not want to be there, just for locker room presence, just we'll figure out a way to get you out of here. Because it's like you forcing him to stay there. Now your whole team's gonna suffer because now he's like, well, this is my last season and I'm still getting paid. I don't really have.
There's conspiracy going around that he's like sabotaging his last season in the Green Bay Packers.
100%, as you would say.
100%. What he's probably doing what Kawhi did with San Antonio when he wanted to leave, and so
not even that. He's doing what James Harden did in Houston. When James Harden wanted to be there, he played like
Magic
shit.
City and played like shit and got fat.
And then he go to Brooklyn and then he put up 40.
Bro, it's wild because he gained weight in Houston, was slower, went to Brooklyn, and the first picture you had of him in training camp, slimmed down, draining shots, this man running full speed. I'm like, this man was like, I don't care. Because the thing is, again, Aaron Rodgers, I feel him. I'm getting paid for this. This is my last season. Why do I care? Why should he care? Because it's like you're at an organization that doesn't care much.
He's still in his feelings over the fact that the Packers drafted Jordan Love in the first round last year.
And Jordan Love is a solid quarterback too. That was a thing for me because Jordan
Love pretty good. He played pretty good yesterday, Jordan Love, in relief. He played pretty good. Man.
I feel bad for Jordan Love because he's actually a good quarterback, and he just went to the Packers, and he's just in a dumpster fire himself.
It's crazy because Jordan Love is in the same position. It's funny how life works. It's funny because Jordan Love is in the same position that Aaron Rodgers was when he was a rookie, and he had Brett Favre as a starting quarterback. Brett Favre basically he did not want Aaron Rodgers. He did not go his way to try to coach up Aaron Rodgers. Like Like, wow, this motherfucker's here to take my job.
I
Basically,
mean, so maybe
because let's be
Jordan
for
would
real.
be better off.
Because let's be for real. If you draft a younger player at your position, chances are the front office
You better get
is
replaced.
to replace you.
Yeah.
So Aaron Rodgers, I guess he's probably like, oh, word. Like I took this team to an NFC Championship game. We was this close to getting there, and y'all go draft a quarterback.
You ever do
Yeah,
that?
he
Y'all not
was
gonna give me
in.
no receivers.
Exactly.
And mind you, that was a good rookie. That was a good rookie class of receivers.
Exactly. And it was just like,
You're not gonna
that's
give me
what you
Justin
did.
Jefferson?
Yeah,
Out here
can't
doing it.
blame him.
Bro, Justin Jefferson being rookie, like Justin Jefferson, yeah, he's up there when it comes to that class of receivers. Yeah, that's again, I understand Aaron Rodgers.
I think he's off the board by that point, but like still, like you're not gonna try to give me a receiver. You gonna draft a quarterback after what I did, and then even after that, we went to the NFC Championship game again.
And now you go draft someone to replace me, basically, essentially.
Nah, but so I get it. If I was in Aaron Rodgers' shoes, I'll dog it as well. That's why I say like, granted, like his performance was bad, but the context matters at the end of the day. So
it was bad, but he has nothing to lose from this. I'm still getting paid. This is my last season. I'm probably gonna go to a team that actually wants me. So what incentive do I have to play? Like, what incentive does he have to actually have a performance?
Doesn't really need to sell his trade stock. So yeah,
Not really. And he still has a legacy. So again, what is he losing by playing poorly one season and then he goes to like a team that needs a quarterback and now they go to the playoffs and potentially the Super Bowl? Now what does it look like?
bro,
So it's like
Aaron Rodgers do 2 picks in that game. I think last year in total,
they
the
said
man
5.
threw exactly.
It was
He only
only
threw
5.
5 interceptions last year. The man threw 2 in the first game and got benched. He does not care.
He doesn't care. Like, yeah, he doesn't care. I mean, you can tell he doesn't care, but I get why he doesn't care, and I'm not mad at it. If I want to leave, and if I don't want to be here, and you're gonna force me to stay
that's
here,
like your 2 weeks at, that you put into your job. You're just like, I'm still
I'll
getting
put 2
paid. Like,
weeks
yeah.
in. Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, personally, I don't. I think that's bullshit. But
I did that when I was working at Madison Square Garden. and
you put it.
I dogged it. I dogged it.
I wouldn't even the whole 2 weeks thing. I think my homegirl, she was like the 2 weeks thing. She was just like, that's just giving them time to find your replacement. And so if you just quit on the spot, they're gonna be like, oh, we don't have anyone to replace you, and the
Plus, they
schedule's messed
decrease
up.
your
Not my
shifts, work
problem.
hours, and all that. Yeah.
Not my problem. Like,
all right, let me ask you guys this side note. What do you think is better? Basically quitting on the spot or giving your notice?
what's better? Quitting on the spot.
It depends on if it's a job or my career where I can potentially.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's different. That's different. Okay, yeah, you're right.
If I'm working at like a job, then yeah, I'll just quit on the spot because they can easily pull somebody off the street.
But yeah,
if it's like in my career, I'm networking. Yeah, I'll give 2 weeks.
That. You need that. You definitely
I
need
agree.
that. Like 2 weeks notice. Like again, but hey,
but if I'm working at Dunkin', flipping the 4 hours over, and I'm sliding out the fucking drive,
we don't talk about Dunkin'. We don't talk about Dunkin'. I worked there and it was stupid.
I fucking hated it.
It was dumb. It was like because my manager, like I had a fire manager the first time. She was so cool. Me and my brother worked there. She was cool. Then we got this light skinned girl manager, and like I don't know why she left, but she left. And then we got this like light skinned girl manager with like 2 kids. Meanest person, like for no reason, just violating like every time, like violating me to like pass out samples. And like I'm a black kid in the suburbs, and no white people want to take.
Ain't nobody gonna buy no fucking samples.
No one wants samples from some black teenagers. Like, what are you doing? So like every time I didn't give out enough, she thought I just purposely wasn't when I was trying, and like no one was getting anything. And she's like, the next time you come in here without selling samples, you're fired. Came back in. I came back in. I had a tray full of samples. They're all watered down. And she's like, you could just go home. I was like, all right. And I just left. Because it's like, nah, Dunkin' Donuts is waste, man. Like, nah, we're not.
All right, quick question, though. I think you said you have to go. Like, how much time do you have?
I'm good. I'm good for a little bit. I'm good. I would say I could probably stick around for the rest of the episode. It's not that bad.
All right, cool. All right, so we got your best of the week. What was your worst?
Worst performance of the week?
Yeah.
Damn. I would say the worst performance. That's hard. I would say, oh man, Atlanta Falcons. To me, in my opinion, for what they think they are and they're supposed to be, it's the worst because it's like, for me, in my opinion, I'm gonna just say it how it is. It's like my thing is I feel like in Atlanta, I feel like a lot of white people like Matt Ryan, and I get it, I understand it, but Matt Ryan, he's done. Like to me, this is his last year with the
I mean,
Falcons. Whether he
he's the great.
retires or gets traded.
I mean, he is the greatest quarterback in the franchise history, though.
He's a James Harden of the NFL. That's what I look at. Like you can have all the stats, that's fine. You can stat pad, that's fine. But if you have nothing to show for you being like the best quarterback ever, what does that mean to me? Like, okay, yeah, like 1 year he was MVP, but then you choked to Tom Brady.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Did you say you could be the best quarterback ever? But what does that mean to you? What?
No, I'm saying like you can be like the best stat wise, like you can like all these, but if you have nothing like really to show for it, you just won games, but always got knocked out in the playoffs, barely made the playoffs, or didn't even make the playoffs, and on the decline of your career had like multiple seasons where y'all were losing. What does those stats mean to me now? That doesn't mean nothing.
But they
so like James Harden.
About their concept, man, because you have to think of. I look at it like this: the Atlanta Falcons, to my knowledge, they never won a Super Bowl, ever, right?
Yeah.
No.
So you have to look at it to like what's the precedent in terms of like quarterback play. When people think of the Atlanta Falcons, especially like in the early 2000s, you thought Michael Vick. Michael Vick was electric. He was great, but
Tony Gonzalez also.
Yeah, Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez, Michael Turner. I remember those days. Like people.
Yeah, but the thing is, Matt Ryan, he was a quarterback for those guys. Tony Gonzalez, Michael Turner, Roddy White.
He wasn't bad at that time. He wasn't bad at that time. I'm just saying now. It's like now he's just. I think Matt Ryan, he's out. Time has surpassed him. Like the league is changing. You see a lot more quarterbacks are dual threat, or at least attempt to be dual threat. You have Zach Wilson, you have Justin Herbert. It's not now black quarterback because it used to be the black quarterback was a dual threat. The only thing a black quarterback can be is a dual threat quarterback. And for me, my Chargers, you have a kid like Justin Herbert. He's 6'5", 2 something, and he's running and trucking and hurdling people to get a touchdown. Like, and he's still a quarterback. So it's like, you look at all these teams, most of their quarterbacks, even if they are like Josh Allen will run if he has to. Tom Brady runs now. Even Tom Brady was like, yo, I got to start running because these guys got faster. Matt Ryan is, I don't know. Matt Ryan, I think his time is done. It is for me. That's just what it looks like.
I mean, apparently Atlanta is trying to go younger, so it seems like last year would have been a perfect time.
Justin Fields, oh my god!
Don't they have a young quarterback though?
No, they have Josh Rosen.
They have Felipe Franks. Oh no, wait, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're right. They do. They do.
I thought they had Josh Rosen.
Him too. They have him too.
And then they have AJ McCarron. Or I think he got cut, but
he got cut.
Yeah, he got cut. But it's like, again, those are all Josh Rosen is a pocket. Even if Josh Rosen played, it's still a pocket passing.
But Felipe Franks is a mobile quarterback, though.
6'6", I believe.
I don't even know who Felipe Franks.
He played at Florida, then he went transferred over to Mississippi State. I believe. He's decent. He's decent.
But my thing is like last
not
in
a
the draft,
franchise.
they should have got Justin Fields over Kyle Pitts. That's just my opinion. I think Justin Fields would have fit in Atlanta. You have Calvin Ridley. You have a young receiving core. You have a quarterback who can throw and can get you a touchdown if he wants to run himself. And he's like 6'4". It's like that to me. That was a no-brainer just to give Matt Ryan some competition.
But at the same time, if you see Kyle Pitts up there, you take him. So I think that's what he did.
I mean, I feel like
you don't really take tight ends that early.
But when's the last time you seen a tight end like that?
But
Travis Kelce,
exactly.
Rob Gronkowski,
Tony Gonzalez.
That tall, that fast, that athletic.
Darren Waller from the Raiders, same guy.
But the thing is, I feel like for Kyle Pitts,
George Kittle,
the Falcons. George Kittle's a really good tight end, really good. But I feel like the Falcons had the 13th pick. I feel like if they would have got Justin Fields and waited later in the first round, they probably could have got Kyle Pitts. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't think Kyle Pitts was gonna go.
If he fell that far,
you could have got Kyle Pitts later. Like you got Justin Fields and Kyle, bro. I just think they played it wrong.
I just don't understand drafting a tight end 4th overall. That's
wild. But what's good to having a 4th overall tight end if the QB can barely get it to him and then y'all can barely score? So what's the purpose?
I mean, the Eagles have a pretty stout defense, so let's get on credit.
No, they do. The Falcons just suck.
But I hear what you say. I hear what you say about Matt Ryan. I hear what you say about Matt Ryan, but I just feel like the Atlanta Falcons, like I said, they have no history of success in terms of like winning. Like granted, like they've been to Super Bowl before with Matt Ryan, but '98 when they lost to the Broncos, but the dude's the best quarterback y'all ever had.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're in
he won a league MVP. So
if you're in the midst,
what does that mean?
Yeah.
If you don't take the team anywhere, like you can be the MVP.
But your team never been anywhere. This is not like the Dolphins or the Patriots or like the MVP. Giants, the Raiders.
If you're the MVP, how do you go to the biggest game of your life and then choke?
Did he choke or did the defense choke?
My bad. You're right. The defense choked. I'll give them that because they were good defense.
Come on, bro. 35-3. Should have been over.
No, that's some conspiracy shit right there.
Should have been over, bro.
Come on.
He did his job. I can't put that on that right. He did his job. Like, just imagine, right? You're the quarterback, right? You put up 35 points on offense. You think it's all good. About to be Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I can pack up now.
And then your defense basically chokes up the game, and now the pressure's back on you. You think like, oh shit, like yo, like you already checked out of the game at that point. You thinking it's over. Now you gotta basically get back in focus. Like,
all right, y'all made okay. I'll ease up on Matt Ryan for the Super Bowl situation. I hear you. I get it. You put up 35. Your defense does nothing for you. I understand that. I think just for me watching this season, that game, it's not about the defense. It's about the offense. Because the defense played well. The defense got them chances to score. The offense just couldn't score. And so now this season, it used to be the defense was the issue. Now it's the focus on the offense. And now, for me, Matt Ryan's in the hot seat. I think Matt Ryan right now, if the season doesn't go good, he's definitely –
they should be looking for a replacement, yeah.
Yeah, they probably – I'm not going to say they are now, but if the middle of the season and they haven't won the games that they're supposed to, they're going to be looking for a trade. Maybe they get Deshaun Watson. Maybe they take a chance on Deshaun Watson. Who knows?
I mean, everybody just waiting to see how that court case is gonna go with Deshaun. But he will be a good pickup with them weapons: Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts.
And if he could, I think he's still been working out, so it's like
that could be something. That could be. Either the Texans, they looked pretty good without him, but Urban Meyer, he basically helped them with that.
Yeah,
with his bad coaching. But Donovan, let's get to you. Like, what's the Obviously, we already know the best for you. That's your Eagles. Like, what's the worst from the week? Did you give your horse already, or am I tripping?
No, I believe I said it was Derrick Henry, and solely because he fucked me over and yes, fantasy. But I don't know. I think it's Derrick Henry, but I also think Urban Meyer, he shit the bed.
For sure. In regards to like the best of the week, I'll say is my other team, the LA Rams. Prime time Sunday night, and I know I was kind of like, I don't know if I mentioned it here, but I definitely mentioned it like my friend circle. Like I was kind of hesitant about the whole Matt Stafford thing. Kind of like, bro, like we just cheer for like quarterback, but boy, that he.
Dude, shut me the fuck up.
Matthew Stafford showed out.
Stafford was lights out last night.
I didn't think the thing is Matthew Stafford's been in the league for a minute. And going to LA, I was like, I was critical of him. I was like, I don't think he got it like that, like he did before.
Right.
And again, he showed me. He's like, I still got it. He's like, don't get it wrong. He's like, I can still. But the thing is, again, that's a quarterback who can fight to get out the pocket at least and get a throw off. Like I'm just saying, the league is moving into an era of quarterbacks that have to be mobile to an extent. You can't just stay there because these defensive linemen, their 40 times are faster. They're running 4 5s and 4 6s. So you're gonna have to move. You can't just stay there. So, shout out to Matthew Stafford, man. He had a great game.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, bro. Because I know I was kind of like, man, how we gonna get rid of Jared Goff? But I get it now. After seeing Matthew Stafford,
he saw something that we didn't. He saw something in Matthew Stafford that we didn't.
I get it.
This kid's a stud, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
I just hope that dude stays healthy, man. Hopefully, we get to the Super Bowl. I want it to be the Ravens and the Rams in the Super Bowl because if we get that matchup, I win either way because I'm a fan of both teams.
Chargers going. Hey man, Chargers going to the Super Bowl this year.
I doubt it. Nah, y'all not getting past Kansas City.
Hey, I'm the third.
You know what's crazy about that game? That Browns Chiefs game. We're not really doing like game by game recaps because there's other podcasts for that. But I just had to say this. I knew when the Browns, when they was up early on the Chiefs, I'm like, they coming back. The Chiefs
always come back. The Chiefs always come back. Because I think last season the Chargers played the Chiefs. Chargers were up 35 to something against the Chiefs, and they just let the Chiefs come back and win the game. I was just like, so I never count the Chiefs just because I know like they have a history of coming back late in the game to win the game. So, the Browns game, yeah, like I saw a score, I was like, yeah, they ain't gonna have that score for long.
I just knew these niggas was coming back.
They're not gonna have to lead for long.
That team is like playing all Madden, like you just can't beat them.
Talk about it.
Can't. But that's basically the gist in regards to the NFL for Week 1. Like I said, this episode was recorded before tonight's Monday Night Football matchup. We gave our predictions for that earlier in this episode. For my sake, I hope I'm right. I hope that everybody from my team, actually both teams, come out of the game healthy because, we cannot afford to have any more injuries on the Ravens side. But, all right, so let's get into, like, the 2-minute drill. Now, I know we normally go overboard with the 2-minute drill, like, because it's supposed to be 2 minutes per topic. But you know how we get sometimes. And I doubt we're going to be, 2 minutes exactly on this topic because I want to get to Russell Westbrook and what's going on with his fashion.
My dog.
Listen, talk about
my man wait till he got to LA to dye his hair and start wearing crazy shit.
That's him. Let him be him.
Like, come on, look at this, man.
Oh, now he got the picture. I'm gonna give you a play-by-play because I'm a fashion dude. Anyone that knows me, I love fashion. I love high-end fashion. I
love fashion too. Like, I get it, but it's like
we can talk. We can talk about it because pull it up because we will definitely talk about this because I have a strict set because I've had this conversation about Russell Westbrook 5 times in the past 24 hours. All my friends sending me, "Have you seen Russell Westbrook?" I've had, oh man, the times I've had to, oh man, I don't get it. I don't understand why.
This is the way I see it. I'm cool with it, right? Like fashion is all about expressing yourself. I get that, but my thing is this. This is where I approach fashion. If I was in the hood, broke, didn't have the money, the resource that I have, would I be caught wearing this shit in my hood? And 9 times out of 10, especially like I'm not saying, let's say for me, because honestly, I will not wear nothing like this, whether I'm have the money that Westbrook has or not, I wouldn't. But it's like, this is not really. I can't say this is him. I don't believe that this is his style. I just don't believe it.
What do you mean it's not him? We're talking about the Russell Westbrook.
Because, bro, I follow Westbrook. I follow Westbrook since the UCLA days. He was not wearing those. He was not
dressing crazy. He been dressing. What are you talking about? He been dressing crazy. What are you talking about?
There's a whole segment dedicated to this man on
TNT. There's been when he got into the league. There've been segments. Everyone criticized the way.
I get that.
He's been doing it.
I'll concede to that point. Yes, he has been doing, but not to this degree. Not to like.
So you just don't like the dress?
No, I don't.
Come on. I don't. You just don't like the dress.
No, I don't.
Liddell, you tell me you can't pull off a dress, bro. You can't pull off a skirt. Hey, I can pull off a romper.
I'm
What are you saying? I'm pulling off a romper.
I'm just not doing it.
I'm putting off a romper with some Jordan ones. I'm pulling off a romper with ease.
Because I know what they say. I know they say money changes people, but I'm just saying, like, keep it in a buck. Russell Westbrook, if he was in the hood in LA, he's not wearing that.
He's not. So why
he's just not doing it?
See, listen, as black people, I think we do this so much where it's like, oh, yeah, this nigga was in Compton, he's not gonna wear that. Well, yeah, you in Compton, you in Long Beach, you in Inglewood, you off Crenshaw, you're not gonna wear a skirt off. Like, I get it, but it's like, but see, listen. My thing is, he has a certain amount of money, and right now, NBA dudes, there's a lot. Fashion is the way that they express themselves. You have Jordan Poole, Jordan Clarkson, Kelly Oubre. The rookies, you got Josh Christopher. You have a lot of these kids now. A lot of NBA players are expressing themselves with fashion. And for me, Russell Westbrook has been the pioneer of expressing yourself as an NBA player, in my opinion, when it came to tunnel fashion. Russell Westbrook was the pioneer for tunnel fashion.
For you, but for me, it's Dennis Rodman.
I'll give you Dennis Rodman.
Now, can you full size that?
Huh?
So we can actually critique it.
Hey, the cardigan go crazy though. The cardigan go
hard. I like the cardigan, but I don't know how it matches the dress.
The fit is hard. My thing is like, but see, listen. Everyone says I ain't gonna do that. But if the designer pay you like $1 million or $5 million just to wear it to New York Fashion Week, you gonna say no just for $5 million just to wear a skirt?
Was he paid?
It's like what Kid Cudi wore the dress for Saturday Night Live.
That was for Kurt Cobain.
I think Kid Cudi also wore the dress for New York Fashion Week.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Russell Westbrook and Harry Styles. Who also wore the dress?
Okay, because the thing is, I think it not because then I know a lot of people talking about, well, it's pretty gay. I'm like, dog. I'm like, this dude. We're talking about the same dude who's married, has a wife, has kids, and again, sexuality is a spectrum. Like, it's whatever, but it's like, if you can express yourself. That doesn't make you any less manly. I mean, I grew up with a dad. My dad played football. He's a big, yoked dude. He didn't dress in skirts, but he did tell me that manliness and what it means to be a man is fluid and it's a spectrum. So there's not one. To me, there's not one image of like. I don't think Russell Westbrook is less manly because he wore a skirt. My thing is he's more manly because he's expressing who he is. If he wants to wear blue hair and wear a skirt and then go to the Staples Center and drop 60, like who?
I mean, he's definitely not the.
Bro, I'm just saying, dude did not start doing this until he got to LA. We all know LA is known for being quote.
No, but he's always been fashion.
OKC. What are you talking about?
He was not wearing this fit in OKC,
bro. He wore in OKC when he was playing with KD. He went to Milan Fashion and he wore it killed. Same with Jordan Clarkson.
Let me Google that.
He's done it before.
I think Liddell just has a problem with the skirt on a man. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes, no. Yes, no. Okay. Wait, hold on. Time out. I'm not saying that that I have a problem per se with a man wearing a skirt because like if you're gender fluid. I get all of that.
All right, so what's the issue?
My issue is this, and let me make sure I choose my words carefully.
Yeah.
Fuck it. This is Outta Bounds. I would just say it. My issue is just the fact that come on, bro. Like Russell Westbrook, I know like Westbrook, he's always been out there with his fashion. But Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, like I get those are like old heads. Like, but me, like being someone that's close in age to Russ, part of the same generation, I could have felt like like this is some fashionable shit. Like y'all just not caught up on it. My only thing is this: like, why are you doing this now? Once you get to LA. Now you start dyeing your hair and shit. Now you start wearing skirts.
But he's always like I get what you're saying. Why is he wearing skirts now? But in terms of fashion, and you guys both know this, he's always been a fashion forward guy. Like that's like they have cameramen following him as he go into the tunnels. Because of his fashion.
Russell Westbrook created the tunnel fits. Like he was the first person to really be a person to really take that as like his way to express himself. So it's like all these people like Jordan Clarkson, Kelly Oubre.
It was actually D Wade, but okay.
Nah, I mean, for me, I'm talking about me personally growing up and what I saw and what the transition of what
I get that, but
fits in the league.
Like I'm pretty sure Russell Westbrook wore like a shirt with like clothespins like stitched together,
he wore a shirt that was like a crop top, and he's worn a crop.
Yeah, crop top.
Why wasn't it bad if he wore a crop top? He literally
I just don't think it's him. I just don't think it's him.
So you don't.
What Russell Westbrook you watching? That's all I need to know. Like what Russell Westbrook have you been paying?
Because he wore a crop top, so that's considered a female thing.
Bro, I have a crop top sweatshirt. Fresh Prince wore a crop top, so it's like I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it. What?
So what you gonna say? Will Smith ain't valid?
So Will Smith not
he's not valid.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Yo, man, listen. Fashion's expression. My thing, man. Russell
Westbrook ain't never wore no crop top, bro.
Yes, he has,
bro.
Y'all confusing him with Ezekiel. Oh, never mind. I see this bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah. They're talking about. I don't.
This is our fashion editor.
Dang, man, hold on, because y'all are gonna do me right now.
The only problem I have with it is just the cardigan. I just don't understand.
You just said you like the cardigan.
I like the cardigan, but I don't like it with the skirt. Like it seems like there's.
I actually like the combination. Is dope. I like it, but I'm just kind of perplexed. I didn't think Russell take it this far.
I'm looking at Russell Westbrook old fits, and I think it's for me. It's just fashion evolution.
Y'all can't tell me that. Like Westbrook has always been fashionable. There's no debate there. But you cannot tell that this ain't a bit too far out. That this
too far out. Let me summarize what you're saying. Westbrook has always been fashionable, but he has never been this feminine with his fashion. Is that what you're trying to say? Come on, because that's exactly what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go. That boy done here.
Come on, say it.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Like what's next? He gonna polish his nails?
What's wrong with that? Dennis Rodman had colored nails, bro. Dennis Rodman had colored nails, and Dennis Rodman was out here. Every woman had Madonna. So I don't want to hear it. Because Dennis Rodman he was pulling shorties with black nails and getting bored.
Because he got money.
So Russell Westbrook broke now. So I mean, I'm
not saying that, but the thing is, like Russell Westbrook, we already said he's a happily married man. He has his family, but Dennis Rodman, like let's not be like, oh, like Dennis Rodman, he's still pulling baddies because he's wearing a dress and all that shit. Dennis Rodman pulling baddies because he had money.
So you tell me
Dennis Rodman is on record and say that he always thought growing up that he was an ugly person. I'm not saying that he is. That's his words. From his own E30 ESPN 30 for 30 document. That's what he said.
That's
what he said.
No, I mean,
I'm only saying like let's not say that okay, like he's like Dennis Rodman is getting these chicks and all that because while wearing a dress, like no, he has money and stuff. If he was just a regular nigga on 125th in Harlem wearing that shit, no female gonna get on the time of day.
Because I see a lot of girls give the time of day to
Donovan. I got it.
Oh, okay, all right.
No,
I want to know. Wait, Donovan, who gives the time of day to who?
The guy on Grownish. I can never pronounce his name.
Lucas Sabat.
Yeah. He's a dude that wears skirts. He be pulling baddies. Jaden Smith.
Because listen, Lucas Sabat.
Niggas with money.
But time out. But see, time out. Because the thing is, like, because let's have this conversation. Because my thing is, I'm a fashionable person.
No dude with $65 at his Chase banking account pulling this shit together is gonna get no woman. It's not.
No, it's not being portrayed to the mainstream media. We don't know that.
But see, listen, Liddell, you're picking the point to make sense to you. Yes, any regular dude that has no fame, no status, not a lot of money, if he wore that outfit, yeah, people are gonna look at him differently. But when you talk about Lucas Sabat, when you talk about James Smith, when you talk about black men famous in the light, and you're in that world of high fashion, going to Milan Fashion Week, going here. There's a way that you dress. He's not going to wear that in Compton. He's not going to wear that where he's from because it's a certain place. But if I go to Milan Fashion Week, my outfit may be out there. It may be essential. Will I wear a skirt? I don't know. but it's going to be an eccentric outfit because that's the environment I'm in. He's in New York Fashion Week. You can express yourself in New York Fashion Week. So if he wants to wear a skirt, okay, cool. Jordan Clarkson wore kilt during the tunnel. What's the problem?
Okay, so, basically what you're saying is that you basically dress for the occasion.
Yeah.
And I get that, but does that really make you a fashion icon then? You're mostly dressed for the occasion. Because the whole point of style is you're supposed to go sometimes go against the
his lane. But this is in his lane of what
he is a fashion.
That's what I'm saying. Me and Donovan have been telling you that he's been fashion forward in the NBA since.
I'm not disputing that.
I told you what Liddell's problem was. It's just I told you, yeah. He thinks, now he went to LA, now he's being corrupted, and now he's LA's making him more feminine.
Well, okay, Liddell, now I have a question. Okay, so if his now his outfits are getting feminine, does that make Russell Westbrook less of a man because he wore something feminine? Because I've shopped in the women's section before. Because I shopped in the women's section before.
That's not for me to determine. Like for the record, I'm not trying to determine a man's masculinity or whatnot. That's for his woman to decide. That's for his woman to decide.
No, judge it by fashion. You are a fashion guy.
No, judge it by fashion because I'm a fashion guy too. I went to the women's section and they had like the crop jean, like a crop jacket that was hard, and I was like, yeah, this is hard.
Bro, this is my thoughts when it comes down to fashion, right? Cause I understand like fashion, kind of like music, art, and it's because fashion, I consider it's like art, right? It's like art. So you're supposed to like, you can't always remain the same. Like you have to like adapt, you have to grow, especially because fashion it constantly changes. Especially if you're into like the whole trendy type of thing. Like you attend these fashion shows, you go to like these fashion showrooms. You have to keep up with what's hot and all that type of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, this is my thing. This is my only issue. Because I'm the type of person I feel I kind of go against the grain sometimes. I'm not so much as like this is in right now. Everybody doing this, so I have to do it. I want to do what everybody else is not doing. That way I stand out even more. You feel me? My only thing is what comes out of Russell Westbrook, and this is why basically I push back on. Like, as Russell Westbrook, he came into the league, and this was his style. I was like, okay, cool. This is his style. I get it. But my nigga, he was not doing this in OKC. He was not doing this in Houston. He was not doing this in Washington. My man goes to LA, and we all know. Well, I guess I'm the tinfoil hat guy here. Once you go to LA, there's certain rituals that you have to perform.
No, this is not a ritual. I think you're focusing too much on the skirt and saying, "Oh, what you're translating basically is." You're saying that he wasn't wearing skirts in OKC. That's exactly what you're saying. Exactly. And we're saying he's always been fashionable.
I'm not disputing that.
But let me tell you something.
But you can be fashionable without wearing a skirt.
But no, I mean, but listen, but fashion, just like anything, fashion evolves. My fashion taste has evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's fashion taste evolves. And for Russell Westbrook, if you're going to New York Fashion Week, my thing is being at fashion shows, being at Fashion Week, you've been to Fashion Week, Liddell. It's a time to express yourself. A lot of these celebrities go there to express themselves. So if Russell Westbrook was like, let me put together a fit that is expression of just me. And if he woke up and he's like, yo, that skirt looks hard with that cardigan, let me wear these boots. Or if someone just put the fit together for him, like, hey, you're going to Fashion Week, this designer wants to pay you to wear his stuff or whatever, and they have this outfit for you. And he's like, you know what? I'm cool with that. Let me wear it. He is paid to wear it. And look at, we're talking about him and we're talking about the designer. They did their job. So if this was just something for Russ Westbrook to get someone else's name out there or just to get press for him, they did their job. Russell Westbrook goes back to his wife, goes back to his family, and he's still Russell Westbrook. So to me, that's always been his. But the thing is, I think what me and Donovan are trying to say is Russell Westbrook again has always been fashion forward, but fashion evolves. His taste in fashion has definitely evolved from when he first came into the league. So now it's not so much an LA thing. I just feel like Russell Westbrook was always that way, but now that he's in LA, which is a fashion city, a more fashion forward city, he can probably express himself a little bit more because he's in LA.
No, we're proving the point that you had a problem with the skirt and you don't like a man is wearing it.
It was just too feminine.
I have a problem.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like, it's not so much that, like, bro. I just said, like, I gave Dennis Rodman his. I said Dennis Rodman his props for like his style. Prince was as essential as they come, but
Prince was out here getting women.
So
but Prince was always like that. He presented himself to the world like that. Russell Westbrook did not. That's what I'm saying.
That's where we're differing, because the thing is, you're saying Russell Westbrook has not always been that way, and I get it. He's never really worn a skirt out in public like that. I hear you, but he's always been fashion forward. And what is fashion forward? Pushing the boundaries of what's fashion. So as a man,
I was saying I could be fashion forward without wearing a skirt.
Okay, and that's you. And I'm gonna wear a blouse. I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna get Shorty's number in a blouse. So we just two different people.
In Atlanta. That's what y'all do.
No. It's not even about Atlanta. I don't care. I'm wearing
no shit to Atlanta.
I ain't got nothing to Atlanta.
I don't think you have any prejudice, but your wording, Liddell, is.
Hey, listen.
I still got love for you, dude.
I mean, listen. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Listen. I'll keep it a whole bean with y'all, right? Yo. I grew up with my mom, my sister. My sister has friends that I've met growing up who are in the LGBTQ community. I've been around that before.
Oh, hold on, please don't take it there. Don't take it there, because I'm not trying to, like, you know. Like,
I'm just saying, for me, I'm cool. My only thing is, for me, I feel for Russell Westbrook because I'm comfortable with myself, and Russell Westbrook is comfortable with who he is. And I feel like, as black men, if you're comfortable with who you are, that has nothing. Because again, like I said, I'll wear a blouse or a crop top and bag any girl, and I'm good. Because again, at the end of the day, I go to sleep knowing I know what I do.
Yeah, it's all about confidence at the end of the day.
It's all about it's all about confidence in who you are, and you know who you are. So I think for me, Russell Westbrook doing that, hey, bro, do your thing.
But
I see nothing wrong with it.
But this is all right, because I don't want to spend too much time because we went long enough. But I'm just saying this.
Skirts.
I see this more as a Hollywood ritual more than anything else. See, I'm looking at this from a 3-dimensional perspective, not so much from a fashion perspective. And I'm looking, like, he's in LA. LA, you have to do weird shit.
You know that's how it goes. But you don't have to do weird shit in LA.
In the entertainment industry, bro.
No. Well, I mean, I'm not naive to the fact that there's some weird people in Hollywood. I'm not naive to that. But to say that, okay, you're famous, so you go to LA, now you have to do some weird shit.
All right, let's put it like this. Let's put, who's your favorite comedian?
Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who
Bill Burr? I don't know who Bill Burr is. He white?
Yeah. Bill Burr's hilarious. Anyways, Bill Burr has never done. He has F is for Family. He does. Yeah. He's definitely successful. One of the up there. Bill
Not that matters or anything, but I just don't know no black person named Bill Burr, so I just have to assume.
But okay, black comedians. I would say Jack Knight, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, guys like that.
All right, guys like Eddie Murphy, guys like Martin Lawrence, guys like Kevin Hart, guys like Chris Tucker, guys like the Wayne brothers. They all had to perform the Hollywood ritual of wearing a dress or a skirt.
You sound like people who think the earth is flat.
Listen.
It is flat, nigga.
Listen. It's different for white. But the conversation is different for white men to do this, because Robin Williams played a whole like nanny, and no one questioned Robin Williams. But when the Wayans brothers does white chicks, now it's a problem. Now it's a ritual, and now
Tyler Perry with Medea.
I mean, did Robin Williams commit suicide though?
What is it? Jeez. Anyway, so this has been the Out of Bounds podcast.
This
has been Out of Bounds podcast.
We had other shit, but I think we could just leave it right there, man.
I'm gonna just leave it off on the note
because
Russell Westbrook.
Y'all dudes have natural light, and y'all light is gone. So it's dark.
I look dark. I look dark.
My man look like Michael Blackson.
Hold on.
Try again, mother choker.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think you looking at it from a
there we go
that natural
narrow view. Yeah, that's better.
Y'all talking about the Spike Lee natural glow.
I don't think I'm looking from a narrow view. I think I'm looking from a broader scope. Like I see the fashion and I respect it. I haven't said I fuck.
So why don't you respect the dress?
But see, listen,
because it's Hollywood.
It's not Hollywood.
If the nigga did the shit, he's an OKC or Houston. Okay, cool. But dude goes to LA, he's dyeing his hair and shit. Like,
but what is wrong? I think what you're saying it from a perspective of okay, he's becoming Hollywood. This is a Hollywood ritual. He didn't do this.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
He's coming to Hollywood and he's doing all these essential things. But let me again, like I said earlier, that's cool. But listen, if you're fashion forward and you go to a city where a lot of people express themselves,
he's following trends. He's not being a trendsetter. He's just following the trend.
Who else is wearing a dress right now?
Because that's what she's Lakeith Stanfield.
But Lakeith, okay,
I get that.
Wow,
I mean, another fashion guy.
That's such a trend.
He's just doing what he's supposed to do.
Every boy in America wearing a skirt. Now, if that's a trend, then that's different. But you have what? Lakeith Stanfield.
But look what you said earlier though. Like, and he is in Compton. He's not doing that. He's in Inglewood. He's not doing that. Basically, once you reach a certain class level, a certain amount of success, more doors open for you, right?
Yeah, that's
so now that he's in these rooms, basically now he's conforming to the standard that was preset before he got there.
But he's not saying the new standard of men wearing a dress.
But the thing is,
this is shit that you will see at Milan Fashion Week, at New York Fashion Week. This is shit that you will see.
So what's the problem?
The problem is that he's conforming.
I think
he's conforming.
Liddell's problem with it isn't that he's wearing a skirt. It's the fact that for him, Russell Westbrook is somewhat, in his eyes, conforming to what Hollywood is, and Hollywood is changing him to do that.
That's exactly it.
Liddell doesn't have a problem with the skirt.
I don't agree with that.
It's just saying that, but again, me and I don't agree with it, just because it's like, if I like fashion, but if I move to LA, my fashion taste will probably change. Will I wear a skirt? I don't know. Probably not. But my fashion taste will definitely change. Definitely if you go somewhere else, somewhere drastic. Like Oklahoma City and LA are two opposite sides of the spectrum. You have the Bible Belt and then you have LA. Two different sides of the spectrum. So you go from living in OKC in Houston to going to live in LA, where everyone is eccentric. Everyone expresses themselves with different color hair, different color, whatever. And he's like, okay, now maybe I'm in a city where I can express myself a little bit more than I could in OKC. That's all I'm saying. So now I agree with you to an extent, but I don't think he's conforming. I just think he's now in a place where he's able to do that.
But if you're really about that and that's who you are, you're gonna be who you are regardless of where you're at. There's no need to be comfortable in that because that's who you are.
Okay, but then, when you say that, what do you mean by that? Because he's always been fashion forward. So what does that have to do with him now being?
I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? Before I had dreads, I used to have a mohawk, colorful mohawk. I used to look like Toucan Sam. I had so many colors in my hair. Now I used to be in corporate settings with my mohawk, right? Like I used to work for Jonathan Chamberlain, Kim Kardashian's best friend and assistant, when he had this publication called The Dish, and I would be this guy that sticks out like a sore thumb, like this big ass bright mohawk. My black ass with colorful hair, spiked out mohawk, look like I was supposed to look like I'm a punk rock kid down in Soho. That was me. That was my style. Imagine if I was like, you know what, like nah, since I got this new gig, I can't do it. I gotta cut my hair. That's what I'm saying. I set the trend. Like I was me regardless of where I was at. So the fact that you said, okay, now that Russell Westbrook is in the setting where now he could do these type of things, that's telling me that that's not really who he was. Or if that was who he always been, he was restricting himself this whole time. And me, when it comes down to fashion expression, you're not supposed to hold back. You're supposed to be who you naturally are. Okay. And I don't think this is who he is.
I get what you're saying.
But you're close, but I hear what you're saying, Ladon. I'm not, and you're not wrong. You make a valid point, but all me and Donovan are saying is he's been fashion forward, and we can all agree fashion evolves.
I'm not disputing that. He's one of the top 5 flyest niggas in the league.
I'm looking at his photos now, and I'm questioning what the fuck he's wearing.
The wild fits. Thank you.
Yeah.
He wears wild fits, so he's wearing a skirt.
So
but I'm gonna say this though. I didn't think all his other fits were wild though.
Hold on.
To me, this is the wild shit.
You don't think this shit is,
bro?
Nigga, I've seen Jodeci wore shit like that.
So
it was just in black.
Russell Westbrook has had some crazy fits. He's had some. But the thing is, Russell Westbrook has also had some feminine fits. I guess in your context, he's had some fits where he has been. It's been, I guess you could say, was like
that last picture. The shirt or whatever you wanted, the top was a little bit feminine.
Yeah, so it's like.
All I'm saying, like, is that's who you are. That's who you are. That's why I give people like Prince their props, because like Prince, he came into public consciousness being eccentric, being gender fluid, making you think like, is this man straight? Is he gay? Like, that's who Prince was. You didn't have to question it. You just accept, all right, this Prince being Prince.
That's just Prince. Yeah.
Right. But with Russell Westbrook, it's like, okay, now that he's in these new, he got access to all these new.
So now you're questioning if he's straight.
Nah, you're okay, Donovan. You're reaching.
No.
You're reaching.
Yeah, you're reaching, bro.
I don't think he was talking about that.
Okay.
But
I'll just question whether or not this is who he is.
Who he is. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You're okay, but see, here's the thing: is you're questioning who he is, and I'm saying who he is. I don't know him personally, but what I've seen in the media is he's a fashion guy. And my only thing is, a lot of fashion guys in the league push the boundaries of fashion in the league. Hence, Kelly Oubre painting his nails, Jordan Clarkson wearing a kilt. Russell Westbrook has worn crop tops. Russell Westbrook, again, has pushed the bounds of fashion within the NBA for the players. Okay. So for me, it's pretty on brand for him to push that boundary because he's done it before. That's how I look at it. Because I get what you're saying, but it's on brand for him to push boundaries, and fashion is pushing boundaries, and he's done it before. It's never been this extreme as.
But is it really pushing boundaries if it's expected for you to do so where you're at?
I mean, it wasn't expected. I was surprised.
That's LA culture. That's LA culture. That's
New York when I saw the picture, I was like, "Oh, he's running kill." Okay, it wasn't expected.
I'm gonna put it like this. Like, then we go wrap this up. This was a great discussion. That's why I said we need to come up with a new name for the 2-minute drills, because these shit never go.
Bro, this is the after show.
I'm pretty sure we spent like 25 minutes on this.
Yeah. So my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse that.
No apologies. Y'all getting content. This is an hour 30.
No,
minutes. An hour 30 minute episode.
If you enjoyed this discussion, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
And if you want to comment on the discussion, comment.
Let us know what the hell you think.
Let's know.
I think Liddell is out of bounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he got a flame. I wouldn't say he's out of bounds. I just say he has a different perspective, and I get it to an extent. I understand what you're trying to say to an extent.
I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna make this non-fashion related. Donovan, right?
Yeah.
All right, Donovan, with the Under the Radar music column, which is a wonderful column, by the way. You do a tremendous job of like breaking like these new artists into like the consciousness of our audience and myself. And some of these artists I have on my playlist, right? My understanding of you, Donovan, from doing these shows and whatnot, is that okay, like, you're not basically the quote unquote stereotypical black guy, right?
Yes.
So when I meet you, I'm expecting like basically what I see you on camera is what I'm gonna get in person. Now, just imagine, right? Like, if all of a sudden you come down to New York City, right, Southside Bronx or Southside Jamaica, Queens, or Harlem or Harlem, New York, or Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and then now all of a sudden you have this street persona. All you're doing is blasting like MOP or like
NWA or
NWA and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, now also you're conforming. Why? Because now you're like, oh, well, I'm in this space now where I'm supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to listen to this music. I'm supposed to sag my pants. I'm supposed to be like, yo, what's good, my nigga? You good? Like, like you're supposed to talk a certain way. That's what I'm saying. But me, I'm like, yo, that's not who I come to know. Like, where's the Nirvana on your playlist? Like, what's this? Like, why am I seeing, Chief Keef? Why I'm seeing this person? Why am I seeing, Casanova Two-Time? Like, I didn't know you listen to this. I didn't know you dress this way. I didn't know you talk like that. Like, wow, this is new to me. But you be like, nah, well, I'm in a setting now where I can do that. I could be that way.
That's I understand what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. Because what you're saying is basically like, what you're saying is basically like if you've been this way, you're gonna be this way regardless of where you're gonna be at. And I hear that because that point you made, that was me. Like when I grew up, again, me and Donovan are similar. You know, I may have my black card more than he. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but we're similar.
You're right.
Listen, because the thing is, I grew up in the suburbs, but I skateboarded, I rode BMX, snowboarded, surfing. I listened to the neighborhood. I listened to Green Day. I listened so the thing is, I listened to Fall Out Boys, Paramore. So it's like I'm not what you can traditionally think a black person should be. But the thing is, like, I went to HBCU. That doesn't certify my blackness, but you're not gonna. What I learned is you're not gonna tell me what I'm not because I'm gonna be black. We get pulled over, bro. We black at the end of the day. Yeah. We get pulled over. It don't matter if I listen.
Doesn't matter what Rolling Stone album I'm blasting through my car.
It don't matter what it is. We're still black. So to me, I hear what you're saying because you're gonna be you regardless of where you're at, and I get that point. And what you're saying is Russell Westbrook. If that was him, he would have been that, regardless if it was OKC or LA. But again, my point is, for me, I see him. He's always been fashion forward. So for me, that's kind of on brand for what he does of pushing the boundaries of fashion. So what you're saying is like, okay, if that was him, it would have been him regardless. Again, what we were saying was he's had crazy fits in the past at OKC and Houston, and now he's in LA. Okay, maybe he's dyed his hair a little bit. Maybe he's grown. He's like, you know what? Maybe I'm in LA. Maybe I can do this now. And so you're partially right, but I don't think it's solely because I'm in LA. I can wear skirts now. I don't think that's. To me, I just don't think that's kind of how it happened. I just think he was in Fashion Week and the designer was like, "Yo, I want you to wear our clothes. What we got for you? Well, we got to kill." He's like, "This is gonna do numbers." He probably was like, "This is gonna do numbers," and it did.
He probably thought it looked cool. Like
he probably thought
it did look cool. Like those. Like I said, I have no.
He pulled it off
too. He did. I have no problem with the fit whatsoever. I wouldn't wear it because that's not what I would do. But I have no problem with the fact that he wore it. Like I fucks with it.
It's just you think he's like going a little Hollywood.
I think you're saying if you were into skirts before now. Why were you into skirts? That's what I'm saying. I think that okay, all right, I get what you're saying.
But then you have to pose a question: can't you just wear something and be like, "I did it," just to say you did it and not do it again? Like if he never wore a skirt again, my thing is like he's like, I feel like
that would work. That would work if you're the type of person that don't give a fuck what people think. I'll accept
and
that.
I think Westbrook is that type of guy. Yeah,
again, so
because there's no way he's listening to his wife coming out the house looking like some of the shit he wears.
But here's a gag. The thing I've always taken because I enjoy fashion, but I haven't said it 50 million times. My thing was if I walk out the house, my girl think I look good, I feel good. She's like, yo, you look good. That's all. To me, that's all that matters. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So if Russell Westbrook was on the plane, his wife was like, yo, go crazy. I like what you're doing. You gonna come back? We good? To him, to a dude in a relationship, that's all that matters. That's really it. Is my girl good? She think I look good? Yeah. All right, cool. Why not?
I agree with that. For the record, I'm not saying that, like, you have to be one way all your life and you can't be involved.
I know what you're saying.
That's not
Yeah. I don't think we got that.
ETA Liddell he's not homophobic, guys. I don't know if he's not. I definitely understand what we're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying for you, it's like you getting a little Hollywood on us. Basically, like you in the hood talking about this man got a little Hollywood on us.
You're talking like one of those the hood guys.
Talking like an old head, like he went Hollywood. He went to LA, started dyeing his hair. He think he famous, huh? Like he's like, he doing it big. So I get it.
That's what I'm saying.
It happens.
But yeah, man, we have so much other stuff to get into, but we're almost at the hour and a half mark.
45 minutes of this.
Monday Night Football is about to start. I want to shout out to you, Russ. Like you still one of my favorites.
Yeah, keep doing you.
Yeah, keep doing you, bro. Like I'm just saying, like I think it's a part of LA ritual, but me and my pen, we could agree to disagree on that.
Let's have a tinfoil segment. You had to give us the sports tinfoil things, like Russell Westbrook. This man's drinking lizard blood, and it's a ritual. He went to LA. Now you gotta wear skirt and drink lizard blood.
I mean, whoa, Vicky. Like I'm not sure y'all know who that is. But
I saw that video.
Sounds familiar.
She was like,
kind of, you know, she saw some shit. So,
but see, listen. That's no. But the thing is, you know that about celebrities. You know that about LA. Like you've seen like these producers being weird and having like relations with kids. Like so, Hollywood definitely. I'm not denying Hollywood definitely is a space where like a lot of people do a lot of wild stuff. Yeah. So I'm not saying that there's not, because there definitely is some wild stuff going on.
That's why you cannot blame me for my hesitation on this. I'm like, whoa, because if all of a sudden if I start seeing Russell Westbrook in movies, you know, television shows and all that, I'm gonna come back to this. Hey, as a catalyst for all that. That's all I'm saying.
If Russell Westbrook start getting roles,
and I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because look, LeBron, he put AD on. You don't think he gonna put Russell on? I'm just saying.
The way you say that, and he put AD on.
It wasn't like a true conspiracy.
Nah, because listen, I'm about to get 2K22. If my player get drafted by the Lakers, I'm like, man, I'm about to get this skirt ready for my career player, because bro, this tunnel fit gonna be crazy. This tunnel fit gonna be wild.
Boy, they actually got like clothing endorsement now for the game. Like,
like my career wearing the OYO hoodie, and he gonna play for the Raptors. You know, we're good. He gonna be good in the city. So no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, man. But on top, we got other topic in regards to like this transgender MMA athlete. I mean, that could turn to like another 50-minute discussion. I don't want to do that. So
yeah,
you wanna know our guy Donovan's thoughts on that? Check out his article up on www.tuckmag.net. It's a great feature article on that. You know, maybe we could get into that on a future episode of Tuck Talk, which we'll be recording later on this week. But fellas, we at that time. I know we kind of been at this for a long minute. Like, this is actually always the longest podcast. It's always the longest podcast.
It's always, because again, it's always a conversation. We're just like, dog, you're not getting it. We're just saying. It's always like those moments of like you're just not understanding.
Right? Yeah.
So I get it.
What happens when we have 3 black successful people, man?
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, brothers here, you know what I'm saying? Black men doing black things, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Nobody's mad at each other. We all can.
No, yeah.
We can all agree to disagree, you know. That's how.
The thing is, they're gonna assume that, and then we're gonna be in the group chat laughing about Donovan and Philly again. Like y'all, like
like all good.
Like it's not we don't take it personally, but
whatever. So my guys. Because I know we want to catch this game, so let everybody know where they can find y'all at on social media.
Hey, well, you can find me later this September at Afropunk. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I do this, guy. I do this. You can see me. I'm gonna be covering Afropunk for True Urban Culture, September 25th, 26th. So if you're in Atlanta, if you're at Afropunk, say what up though to me. We're gonna be there doing some work. You know, shout out to Tim's. I'm trying to get that Tim's interview. But yeah,
I basically mentioned to him that we're trying to get some interviews, so we'll see what happens with that.
Hey, yo, Tim's, we're gonna lock it down. Yo, my girl not listening. She wanna watch it? Yeah, Tim's over. But I'm gonna
you got a girl?
Nah, I ain't got no girl. I just, you know, it's this little persona. You know, I be talking to some shorties, but
hey man, you can't say their names.
Nah, there's not multiple. There's only one. She cool. Like, she really cool. So I'm good. All you gotta know is I'm good. That's all I got. I'm good.
If you good, then we good.
Exactly, we good. Yeah. But now shout out to Thames. Shout out to Afropunk. I'm gonna be there. The Noel Austin on IG, everywhere else, Twitter, whatever. So that's it.
Hey, check my boy out with the photography game, man. He's cold behind the lens, man.
Hey, man.
He's cold behind the lens.
Cold-blooded.
Hey, man, don't get me started.
and I got the man in the middle. I sent a Donovan Wilkins. He's cold with it too. I mean, peeping his work. Got it.
Hey, but he a shooter, no gun. Simple. He a shooter,
no gun. Yeah, I got a couple
more ways
of
than one.
I'm working on.
Hey, let's go.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh, the alley. I had to slam that.
Anyway, and there's few and none.
Hey,
man, no. There's your intro, Donovan. Continue.
Oh yeah, I mean you could just follow me down below. I'll be at Governor's Ball in 2 weeks. So
wait, the one in New York?
Yeah.
He taking that train ride.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of going to Queens for the first time. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, Queens is Queens is like Jersey, bro.
Oh, okay, all right.
Tens,
Cool.
Queens is
wear some Tens, you'll be good.
Wear some Tens. Don't say that ain't valid.
I know some great people in Queens. Y'all know who y'all are, but Queens ain't valid.
No, okay, all right.
Ain't valid.
Man.
You ain't got none of fear in Queens, man.
Yeah.
Unless you go to Southside Jamaica, Queens. But other than that, you
Nah, I'm going to the stadium. We good.
Shout out to all the Jamaicans.
If you in Elmhurst, places like that, then you good, bro. Say hi to the Indians for me.
Nah, I'm just gonna have my Uber waiting outside the stadiums just to take me back at night because I'm here.
Nah, shout out to all the Caribbeans out there in New York, either Jamaica and Queens, the Jamaicans and Queens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. It's all black people. It's all love. But I mean, it's not all love if you out there getting mugged. So I get it. It's all love.
Yeah, that's me. You can find me at Liddell the Fashionista on IG. Basically, just IG. Also on the Mario and the True Culture IG page. So you want to make any inquiries in regards to like sponsorships or like a partnership, any type of business arrangement or interviews, you can just reach me over there. All right. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed this edition of the Outta Bounds podcast. It's always a pleasure being on the panel with these guys. We're back in full effect, as you can see. 2 weeks off.
Finally,
an hour and 30 plus minutes. You know, with and a conversation that didn't really drag. You know, like ain't like we was forcing it. We just talking, going with the flow. You know, so you know we appreciate you rocking with your boys. If this is your first time watching us, we hope that we did enough for you guys to consider liking this video, sharing the video with your network, and subscribe to the channel, being part of our Tug family. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a blessed day, eating, wherever the case may be when you're watching this, and we catch you next week. Peace.